Luka Vuskovic to Hamburger SV is currently not a topic. Reports that Tottenham Hotspur have pulled out of the race to sign midfielder João Palhinha and Fabrizio Romano on Marcos Senesi to Tottenham. Here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel and to another edition of the Daily Tottenham News Headlines, where I'll be going through all the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. My name's Leader Dorset Spur. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to this on an audio platform, please hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. So let's get into it. What's the main stories today? So anyway, main stories, Sky Germany have reported a new loan for Luka Vuskovic to Hamburger SV is currently not a topic. No talks, no negotiations. He also confirms our news, saying a return is impossible. At the moment, there are two options: a long-term contract extension with a top salary at Tottenham, or a move to one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Talks are ongoing. A bowler in Portugal have stated that Tottenham Hotspur have pulled out of the race to sign midfielder João Palhinha. Despite Roberto De Zerbi wanting him to stay at the club, Tottenham's buy option expired on the 1st of June. Sporting are now trying to move ahead with a deal and are trying to find an agreement with Bayern Munich. Fabrizio Romano on Marcos Senesi to Tottenham. The agreement is closed from what I understand. 4-year contract, could include an option for an extra season. So everything is done between Senesi and Spurs. He had possibilities in Italy. He had possibilities in Spain. He had several options on the market, but he decided to continue in the Premier League. Give Me Sport have stated that Tottenham are desperate to complete the first summer signing after a major Liverpool update. Tottenham Hotspur might just have been forced to move a bit quicker in the transfer market after what happened at Liverpool on Saturday. There was an element of surprise when Liverpool announced that Arne Slot had been relieved of his duties as manager at Anfield. Slot is expected to be replaced at Anfield by outgoing Bournemouth boss Ando Iraola, with the former Cherries manager the overwhelming favourite to take over in the Anfield dugout. Give Me Sport understands that Liverpool have already made an approach to Iraola, who is a standout candidate to replace Slot, and talks are expected to move quickly. And that move to bring Iraola could lead Spurs to hasten one transfer move. Tottenham have had an agreement in principle in place to sign Marcos Senesi following the conclusion of his contract at the Vitality Stadium for some time, with various journalists stating it's done deal. However, a deal to take him to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium has not yet been confirmed by Spurs, and there may be some nervousness in the fan base now about getting the transfer over the line. Liverpool were one of the clubs linked with potentially hijacking the transfer this summer, as the Reds will be in the market for another centre-back in this window. If Iraola is inserted as the new manager of Liverpool in the coming days, as expected, given their previous working relationship, the Reds may yet try to late hijack to the Tottenham deal for Senesi. Senesi is a free agent after leaving Bournemouth and can put pen to paper anywhere now, with his agent playing a key role in a 29-year-old's future. So it doesn't feel like it is a done deal at the moment. Various reports, you've got Fabrizio Romano talking about it as if it's done and all the rest of it, and yet Give Me Sport are saying that it's not yet done. And if Iraola does go to Liverpool, then he could hijack it, because obviously being his current manager, and may well want him to go up there to pick up the spaces that they've got. So will Marcos Senesi still want to play for him, or will he want a new challenge at a different club in London? A move from Bournemouth to Liverpool is a bit of a distance, so he may well already be so far down the line that he wants to continue with what he was doing. but we just don't know. It is one of those things, isn't it? It's the transfer season, so anything that's going to be done, we won't know until the actual time. So all the in-your-knows will be banging out all this different stuff, but no one really knows what the answer is. In terms of Vuskovic, well, Vuskovic is a Tottenham player. He has a contract with us. He's been over in Hamburg, but does he want to stay there? Do Tottenham want him back? He's a real bright prospect. He's played really well over there. I know he has his brother there and all the rest of it, but at the same time, his contract is with Tottenham, and I'm sure that they will want to tie that down into a better deal than what he's currently on. With the likelihood of Dragoshin moving on, or Romero, Van der Ven, there's talks about all of those guys. And needing backup is a clear thing for us. So for me, I just don't see him. I just don't see him going, to be honest with you. So we'll see what happens. In terms of Slot, a bit of a surprise, if I'm being honest. I get it. You can't be too sentimental in football. But for me, the guy won the league in his first season. They spent out a lot of money on players that he presumably wanted. So I can't understand why you would get rid of him at this point. You're going to go with Iriola maybe and see where that takes you, but I don't know. It's a bit of a strange one for me. I think he was a well-respected coach. He's done really, really well in Holland. I don't think you can just walk into a club and it turn around, magnificently and stay that way. I think it's going to take a bit of time, but this is football, and nothing seems to last forever. Arne Slot, like I say, really, really wanted by a lot of clubs. Went to a big job at Liverpool, wins the league, starts a rebuild, and then loses his job just when the rebuild really starts to get going. So it's a strange old game, isn't it? It's a strange old game, but there you go. But listen, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you are watching on YouTube, please do subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment. If you are listening on an audio platform, please follow and leave a review if you can. As I said, my name's Leader Dorset Spur. If you'd like to look at other channels, I'm there. I'm out on YouTube. Please do feel free to come across. Give me a sub and look at some of the content that I put out each day. It'd be great to have you over there. But as for this one, I'll leave it there. I'll see you on the next one. And as always, up the Spurs.